It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Desperados and the Huskies. Next on EA Sports.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Desperados of Salt Lake City taking on the Huskies of Chicago. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Salt Lake City, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their...
Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception. He wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that one too wide and incomplete. When you look at this defense, they enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Robinson. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3. But could not get the ball over to Chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long. Even though they don't get it, because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Hunt. They juked him and able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
First down 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. Shoves him aside. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talked often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
2nd and 10. In motion is Chenault. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 1st down, Jarrett, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Now we're behind his man. Incomplete.
The offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jones throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Off the bootleg, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 6 catches, 61 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw again. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, but it's going to be 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
The kick by Elliott is good, and it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now Rodgers. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Aaron Sifos out now to punt on 4th down. They'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jones finding Ertz here on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. But it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Elliott on for a field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. And now it brings up third down. Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Jones. Looking to throw on second down. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Back to throw. Jones. Connection made with Chenault. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up second down. Hunt will try going up the middle. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. He was waving as hard as wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 31, here's second and 5. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On first down, Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Chicago offense set to get started. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A 6-yard pickup.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Jones on 1st down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And
anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
One final go for this offense here in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On second and very short, Jones, and this is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Sure, yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
On first down, Jones. A quick throw, but incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here now, a 3rd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. .39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Throwing, Jones. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And 4 at the 24-yard line.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run again with Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete to Dotson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. Complete to number 1, Jahan Dotson. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jones. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Samson Abukum. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Up the middle they go. Jarrett. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now third down and 7. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got it to the 43 here.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
To throw on third down, Jones. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The offense on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This is taken at the 15. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Off play action. Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jahan Dotson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Huskies have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Open man is Mingo, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Muscling free near the 40. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Robinson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jarrett. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Jones throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46, here's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun. Jones finding Ertz again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Tyler Gordon on the coverage.
Back to throw again. Quick slant, Dotson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Jones. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Jones. And it's complete to Mitchell.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's Jones. Out left to Dotson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Now Jones. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off.
I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking as 1 on this one. And 1 was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly and to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for 2 there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Salt Lake City, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.